see anybody here. My first live stream, so definitely gonna have to bear with me as I figure out the tech here. So there seems to be some lag that I see between me speaking and it showing on the screen. Okay, well, I'm gonna get started, and then if anybody joins in, we'll go from there. I'll keep an eye out. But basically, this is my first attempt at a live stream on YouTube. I figured it's a good time to try, considering we're all stuck at home. And I've been noticing a lot of people talking about the various tools they might be using to do their online teaching. And I had a video that I posted earlier, and I'll go ahead and show you if I move over here. So I have already some resources that I've created. So for example, this first one is a video tutorial on the learning management system that we have at my program. So it's a version of Sakai. And I go through the very basics and then a bit more advanced tools to use when using your LMS system. So that might interest you. And then this one here in the middle, the free digital tools to try out. That's another video that I created a couple weeks ago. And that one actually includes a little tutorial of Loom, but not to the extent I'll be going over here. And then it also includes a few more tools to try out like Zoom, QuickTime, iMovie, and Kahoot. So there's that video as well. And then lower down here, the online activity ideas, that's a blog post. And the two videos are actually in that blog post as well. But in that post, I kind of write out a few activity ideas I have using these three tools. So 3 sources I've already created, and I've linked them all below in the description box so you can, watch them and read them anytime you want after this video. So just a bit about me. My name, as you can see here, is Erica Romero. I'm in my 6th year as a PhD student. I'm a candidate now. And so I've been teaching at ISU for over 5 years. And I'm really big on using my LMS site, specifically when I'm teaching, even face-to-face. And so I've used a lot of digital tools in the past, both for teaching and just, as someone who watches a lot of webinars and a lot of free online resources whenever I had the chance. So I figured since I have some experience, I should share some of my ideas. And so today, like I said, it's all about using Loom. Okay, so I do have, if I go over here, you'll be able to see the Loom screen over here. So like I said, Loom is a free service that you can use, and basically if you sign in, you sign up, and if you use your EDU email address, then you can get free access to Loom Pro. And so that's not just for now, but actually in perpetuity, it's going to be free for students and for teachers. So once you sign up, you'll basically either download the Loom software onto your computer, or you can just download the Chrome edition, right, of Loom into your Chrome if you use Chrome, right? So I actually have the app itself rather than the Chrome extension because supposedly it's slightly higher resolution, but of course you can do whatever works best for you. So once you sign in and download the software, very easy. You'll end up on the screen. Obviously, I already have some videos here that I've created. But what's great is this how to use Loom. You'll notice a lot of them, of course, are about teaching at this point. And so you can see some tutorials and some examples of, teaching online. So definitely worth checking out the ones that have already been created. But basically, so Loom is for pre-recording videos rather than for, Zoom is video conferencing, so you can lecture live. This is more your pre-recording things, right? So you're pre-recording a lecture, or you're having your students pre-record a presentation and then send it to you, etc. And so what's great about Loom is that you don't have to worry about uploading your videos after you create them to YouTube or anything along those lines, because it's just already here for you. Let's say, if you go into this video, for example, right? So you'll notice it has a link already created on Loom that you can share. And so rather than having to upload videos to YouTube, you could just, you create the video. Once you finish creating it, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute, it opens up to this page and you can copy the link and send it to your students, or you can post it on your LMS site, etc. Right? And so on here, what I like is, unlike YouTube, you can actually speed up or slow down when you're watching it. So if you're someone who's a slow speaker, your students could always watch it faster if they want to, which they might appreciate. And like I said, you just copy a link and send it out. But what you can also do is you can, let's say you want to protect the lecture, you can add a password to it. And so when you click that, you literally just say, what password do you want for this video? You put it in twice, save it, and then when you send out that link, it's going to ask your students or anybody you're sending it to for a password in order to be able to open the video. And so that's kind of a great way to kind of make it a bit more private if you need to or if you want to. What's also great here is if you go down, so once you create the video, you'll be able to give it a title, you'll be able to track when it was created and obviously posted. You can add comments underneath it and you can reply to comments as well. And you have emojis so you can react to them, right? If you're watching, let's say, a presentation from your students, you can give them a high thumbs up or a high five type of thing. And then as you see here, what's great here is the settings. Something to keep in mind. You have all these that you can go through, like if you want to have email notifications when students comment on it. But a good one is I take off viewer can download, and show analytics to viewer. So only I can download it as the creator of the video, but they can't download it and save it onto their computers, for example. They can only view it online here. So obviously there is pros. If they can download it, then they don't need the internet to access it after that point. But I just prefer not to be able to have students download the videos that I create. So you can create a custom thumbnail rather than showing just the first clip of the video. And then you can also trim the video. Nothing too intense here, but you can trim out any errors or the beginning or the end, whatever the case may be. Of course, as a creator, you can also download the video and then edit it in, iMovie or whatever app you're using. But of course, that means that you have to upload it again on YouTube, right, or somewhere on your LMS site. So I recommend just sticking to trimming the basics on here, so you don't have to worry about that. And then what's also very cool is you can do this, what's called a call to action. And basically, you write out what you want the button to say. So let's say, maybe you're lecturing about a certain short story, and so you give the short story title there, and then you create the URL. You add in where they need to go in order to access that short story. You can change the button color, the text color, all that jazz, and then you save it. Okay, so let me put in a website here. Then when you're watching the video, it appears on the top right here. And so when they click on it, it actually goes to that URL. And so it's a kind of great way to kind of just add in a connection there straight from the lecture to at least one resource that you have in connection to this video. So that's kind of a cool thing to do. You can also, let's say, link the discussion forum that you have online that students, let's say if they're going to answer a list of questions about what you say in the video, you can just have that button up there, and so they can immediately go to that discussion forum by clicking on it, right? So there are some ways to kind of use that as a great element to the video. And like I said, obviously you can download it, you can delete it, you can send it, right? You can share it. You can, organize if you have various classes that you teach. You can just create new folders and then have a different folder, for example, for each class that you're teaching. So, again, it's just the basics of, what each video has in here, but very easy to use Loom, as you can see. It doesn't have super options of all these things you can do. It's just a simple record your lectures or self-speaking, and then the link is created immediately and you can share it and do these, a few things to it. Okay, so that's that in a nutshell. Then what I want to do is actually want to show you how you create a Loom video. So I'm going to go ahead and move to the full screen so you can see all of my screen. Okay, so once you have that there, as I said, I downloaded the app. So on the top right here of my toolbar, I have the Loom app available to start using. And so basically there's three options here. You can do the screen only, which is what I currently have. So that means that it's only going to be showing what's on your laptop. Or you can do screen and cam. So in that case, as you'll notice, it pops up on the bottom left here, your face. Here I am, right? And so now you can go through a PowerPoint presentation or Google Slides, go over a PDF, whatever the case may be, and it can be your face down here as well as what's on your screen. So if you want to be seen, you can do that. And then also, if you choose cam only, then even though it doesn't look any different, when you start recording and finish it, it's only going to show you and then like your basic background that's behind you. It's not going to show your screen at all. So three options, again, very simple. You choose the one that you prefer. And then obviously you can make sure that your microphone is working properly, right? You can select your camera if you need to. And so once you have that, you just start recording. 3, 2, 1. And now you're officially recording your screen, so you can do your lecture, yada, yada, yada. And then over here, right? So on the left-hand side, you can go ahead, if you want, you can write on it, but I'm just gonna pause it. And it creates the video file for you. So here it is. It downloads very quickly, right? Of course, that was a very short video. And then you can change the name. Why isn't it letting me do that? Let's see here. Okay, well, if I go back to my videos, why is it not showing that one? Very strange. Should be. Go from here. Okay, I wonder if it takes some time to show. It hadn't before, so I'm not sure why it's doing that now. Well, I expected to have at least one tech issue here, but at least you do have that video should be saved. You can go ahead and view it if you'd like, share it, as I said, download it if you need to, or comment on it. And so I'll check in a little while to make sure that it actually does pop up when you need it to. But okay, so let's go ahead and go back to the view that I want of this one. Okay, so like I said, you can have all the editing that you need on here. It doesn't work if you download it after the fact and edit it off the computer or off of the app, because then you can't put it back in the same way. Okay. Also, what's great is that there is an iPad version too, not just a laptop or desktop version. And so I am going to I pre-recorded this tutorial of it, because one thing I saw was a lot of people were mentioning, here, let me change to over here. So a lot of people were mentioning online, on Facebook, like, I want to be able to use a whiteboard option when I'm pre-recording my lectures. And so I'm pretty sure there's a way of doing that on Zoom, but there's also, to my mind, an easy way to do it on Loom as well, and that's by using the Loom app on the iPad. And so it is different because on the iPad, you can't record your face at the same time as you're recording your screen. So it's only screen recording, or only recording using your camera, the front facing and the back facing one. You can't do both at the same time. But what you can do is, since you can screen record, and again, like obviously you can screen record on an iPad without Loom because you just click that record button and it does it for you. But again, if you do it with Loom, it creates the link that you can just share with your students, right? And so that's not available if you use a regular screen recording function on your iPad. And so if you have a PDF annotator app, so I use GoodNotes 4, but that one you have to pay for, it's $7.99. There's also free apps that you can use. And so you can use your actual iPad as a whiteboard. And as you're saying your spiel, you can be writing on the PDF or on the slides or on the blank pages that you're using on your iPad screen. And so the Notes Writer app is a free app that you can also use in this way. And so I actually created, again, because I was using my iPad and this is obviously my desktop, I created like a 5-minute demo of how to use the app along with Notes Writer, which is a free app, in order to create like a whiteboard experience. So I'm going to go ahead and move over to that and show you how that works. So hopefully you can hear it. Let me know if you can't. So currently I have Loom on. It's recording my screen. And so usually I use the GoodNotes app for my PDF annotator, but since that one is $7.99, I thought I'd just use Notes Writer, which is a free app. So on the bottom right here, it's the first one next to the Loom, so a little pencil app. So when you open it up, and I'll start from the beginning here. So you're going to press this plus button, and then New Sketch Note, because that's what you want to use as a whiteboard in order to actually write with a stylus or with your finger. So it comes with 3 pages in portrait mode. So to make some changes, you can go ahead and click on the top left. You want to look at all the pages available. And then on the top right here, if you click edit, you can go ahead and add on the top left a new page. And you can decide what it looks like. So for here, the blank background, the color is white, and then for the page size, we'll click on there and we'll change the orientation to the horizontal mode. And obviously you can change the side here, but I'll just go back to add page. Okay, and then you can decide how many pages you want to add. Let's say 5, right? And then go ahead and add them. So I'll click the first top 3 and go ahead and delete those and save it. And now they're horizontal in nature. So now you can go to that first page and you can start writing your lecture just as if it's a whiteboard by clicking the pencil icon right in the middle of the screen on the top here. Right? And so it's just a regular app. So we'll choose a thinner font, right, in black. And just to show you, I'm using my stylus to write here. Of course, you can zoom in and be more exact if you need to. So this is just writing as if it's a whiteboard. You can of course add images or whatever you'd like as well to it. On the top right here, that plus button, you can add obviously various things to each page here. So it's up to you to decide really what you want to do. Like I said, this fourth one is image, so you can add images on there. You can download PDFs or import PDFs or PowerPoints or whatever into this free app, and then you can annotate those as well. So really it's to you to decide what you want to use for a whiteboard, but I feel this is the easiest thing because it's a free app that you can use and it's pretty user-friendly, right? And so like I said here, again on the top left, if you click that first icon and do some editing on the top right, you can also go ahead and add a, for example, grid aspect of it. So again, horizontal, and we'll add one here. Click done on the top right and save. And there you go. And so now you have a grid. So if you're doing some kind of model or math or whatever it is and you need it, you can do the grid version. Again, on the top left here, you can edit and you could add tons of things, right? So you can import a document, like I said, a PDF or a PowerPoint, whatever the case may be. You could also choose a template, and then you can go through and see if any of these speak to you as far as what it is that you're going to be talking about. So obviously, as you notice, a lot of choices in the portrait mode. So you get the picture here. Okay, and then again, you can just have those. And obviously there's a lot more you can do with this type of app, but I just wanted to show here how you can use a free whiteboard along with a free recording app that, again, since it's Loom, once you finish this recording, it automatically saves as a link that you can share with your students. And that link can be password protected if you want it to be. Okay, so again, the app is called, let me put it in here, in a large font. So it's Notes Writer. Okay, so you can find it on at least the iPad, Apple App Store for free. So you can find it on at least the iPad. Okay, so that was that video. And then going from there, I couldn't get the video to show for some reason. I wonder if it will show later, but I'm going to try again. So let's say we're creating, in this case, the screen and cam version. So I wait till I pop up. There I am. All right, go ahead and start recording. Okay, so again, give it a little spiel. You can do whatever you'd like here. Let's say, let's say you click. You can go ahead and write if you want to. I'm not going to do that. And then end the recording. Oh, you only see me. You don't see my screen. So let's go ahead and move there. Okay, once again, it's loading. Here it is. Can I do anything to it? Change that? Nope. Okay. So I'm going to figure out what this error is at some point. Okay, I'll get back to you in the description box once I figure out what went wrong here. But for the most part, this is how you use Loom. I swear that does work considering I do have these videos created. As you notice here, they obviously are doing some upkeep, I guess, since they have a lot more people on there. So that's actually happening, tomorrow. So maybe they've started early or something. But okay, so that is let me go back over here. The tutorial in a nutshell. It's very easy to use when it actually finishes and actually shows you the video and lets you edit it. But if you do have any questions, you can let me know. I know only a few of you are on here. But let me go ahead and move this. So, if you have any questions, I can go ahead and try to answer them for you. Okay? So go ahead and add them to the chat box, and I'll be looking at it for any questions for a few minutes. If not, I'll go ahead and end this live stream. All right, I can see that there are 5 of you up there, but considering I'm watching as well to make sure that it works correctly, there's 4 of you out there. So anybody have a quick question? If not, remember that I do have, let's see, it's over here, right? The resources available to you, and those are all down in the description box below, along with a few other relevant resources as well. So this went pretty well. I do think obviously the Loom thing not working was a bit of a bummer. I'll be watching over it to see how the audio was and all that. But I do think I'll probably do this again at some point. If you haven't watched me before, like I said, I'm Erica. My channel is called Ever Educating. You can go ahead and subscribe by clicking that subscribe icon on the bottom right of this video, or just going down below and clicking subscribe. But basically, I do a lot of videos about teaching, about grad school more generally, but mostly about teaching tools, ideas, resources, and all of that. So now it's on my screen, so now you can see these 3 ones. You couldn't see it before. So if you are curious about more teaching ideas, go ahead and you can see I have different playlists that you can look at. There's one for new college instructors, and there's ones that are just about assessment, about grading, activity ideas, and then one that includes all of the videos I've created so far related to teaching. And then again, I have a few about productivity. I do a lot of digital planning in my bullet journal, so I have videos on that. But if any of that sounds interesting to you, go ahead and let me know. But since there hasn't been any questions in the Q&A, I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream here. Okay, so I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching live, and for anybody who's watching after the fact, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them below, and of course I'll answer them as I go, including I'll have in the pinned comment whether or not I was able to figure out what went wrong in